the other angle that I'm looking at, pesticide, fertilizer, and seeding applications via UAS, and what that looks like.
Yep. So So on that note, you're getting into a little bit of maybe what we'd call advanced operations. In fact, I think on our website we do call them advanced operations. But when we were talking about dispensing chemicals or ag products, crop dust and what have you, with the drone, it's a little bit, as you can imagine, more detailed than it is just to simply go out and map a golf course or take photos or something like that.
Right.
As it should be, right? The good news is we've recently streamlined the process. Now, before you get too excited and jump up and down, it's still a process. It's still a process. But what you'll need from the FAA is what we call a Part 137 agricultural operating certificate.
Right.
That process used to take a year to get. What we've done now is shorten that down to, I believe, somewhere around 90 days after you apply. So the process has become streamlined. Now, you notice I was very careful and I said 90 days after you apply, because before you apply, there are some things you need to do. There's some exemptions from the FAA. They're not like impossible to get. We're not talking about BD loss exemptions here. We're just talking about exemptions for you to operate a drone under Part 137. There are certain things that, you know, for example, you need to be exempted from. You shouldn't have to wear a 5-point shoulder harness while flying your drone. So we need to exempt you from that rule under Part 137, because of course 137 was made for crop dusting aircraft, where we require pilots to wear a 5-point harness when they're flying their aircraft. Well, you're not in the aircraft, so making you sit in a chair with a 5-point harness doesn't have a lot of value to it. So there are some rules that we have to exempt. So what I will do is I'm going to send you, rather than kind of go on and on about it, I'm going to send you a link to our website that talks all about what this is about, what you need to do to apply, and the new processes on there, so you can see right up front, hey, if you want to spray with your drone, this is what you need from the FAA side. Mm-hmm. Now, add to that, I know the state of Minnesota also is very interested if you're going to be spraying agricultural products or chemicals from any aircraft. So depending on where you happen to be, this is going to be another one of those situations where you'll also need to check with the state. To make sure that there aren't any additional inspections or requirements they require for you to dispense things from aircraft onto the ground in their state. But the website I'll send you a link to is great. It's very simple to understand. And of course, if you do have any questions, there's lots of people in there you can email and get your answers to. But it does sort of streamline the process. It shortens the time frame to move through the application, but it's one of those things where you have to have the horse or the cart, meaning you can't apply for a Part 137 ag operating certificate unless you've got an aircraft already. So it's like, it's like, don't come to us for a dispensing, because the first thing we're going to ask you is, what aircraft are you using? And if the answer is, I don't know yet, I'll figure it out, then we're just going to say, no, you got to come back. You got to let us know the aircraft you're going to use, how, all that stuff, because that's part of your exemption package that you will bring to us when you apply for your operating certificate. You're going to say, hey, this is my drone. I've already got all the exemptions I need for this drone to spray. Now I need your permission to spray. And that's the process gets really quick.
So do you have to supply a serial number for the aircraft in this application process? Or can you say, well, I know I'm going to get a T-40. This is the aircraft I'm going to use?
No, I think you can identify the make and model. I don't think you need to supply the actual serial number, but I would have to look. I haven't looked at this in a while here. Yeah, I'm not sure. That might be a question you want to email the team There's a few different ways to get help on that specific, because now we're getting into some areas of the application process that I don't work regularly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little bit hesitant, and I'm kind of being dodgy here on giving you an answer, because I just don't want to give you an answer that I don't know is 100% right.
Oh, sure. That's fine. Great content. Thank you very much. And I'll be in touch. Have a good day.
All right. Awesome, Kendall. Super appreciate it, man. Take care.